Hello guys, this is Doronsmovies and you're watching the first episode of the lore Q&A. Right now I'm going to be answering some of the questions I found on some of my older videos, but for the future make sure you either leave the questions in the Q&A comment section or send me a PM over YouTube. So let's start. Renee asks, how did orcs call Draenor before Draenei named it Draenor? Well, the orcs never really had a name for their world, they always just kind of called it the world. Once Draenei came, they actually gave it a name and called it Draenor, which meant exile's refugee in their language. So pretty much that's the whole story of how Draenor got its name. Next on, Tonboy asks, Terranzu, monk or warrior? Well, I think it is kind of obvious that he is a monk. You can mostly notice that from how he fights, and also he is in the Shadowpen monastery, where pretty much everyone is a monk. So I think it is pretty safe to say that he is indeed a monk. Next on we have Optimizerist asks, what is with the lore before the Frozen Throne? I played the game myself, but I would like to know what happened before. In the Undead campaign, the Frozen Throne, when Kael'Thas and Arthas met, Arthas said, "Are you mad that I took Jaina from you?" And I would like to know what that meant. Well, it is a bit of a long story, but Kael'Thas always kind of had a thing for Jaina. He never actually did much about it, as he was a few centuries old, and she was very young actually, and so that is pretty much how their story ended. And then Arthas was around Jaina's age. He had a pretty strong relationship with her, but it pretty much ended when they both agreed that Jaina has to focus more on her studies and that Arthas has to focus more on learning the ways of the paladin. The first time they actually reunited again was in Warcraft 3. Next we have Mantak211 asks, how did the Forsaken end up joining the Horde? I never seen it explain how they met and joined. Since the Forsaken have freed themselves from the Scourge, they were under constant threat from the human forces, and they really needed some help, otherwise they would be completely wiped out. So they actually just sent a few emissaries to many factions all around Azeroth, and they got a positive response from Hamul Rune Totem and the Tauren people. The Taurens convinced Thrall to invite them into the Horde. So it was kind of a mutual thing for both the Horde and the Forsaken, as the Forsaken would get protection from the attackers and the Horde would get some forces in the Eastern Kingdom. Next on, William asks, how is Deathwing related to Onyxia? Well, Deathwing is the father of Onyxia and also the father of Nefarian. When Deathwing returned in Cataclysm, he took the head of Onyxia and resurrected her. Her resurrected body was never actually as successful as Nefarian's body, so it was kind of left unstable. And that is all I have for now. I will be making more of these, so make sure you leave your questions below and I will try to answer as much as I can in the next episodes. Also, there might be a bit of a delay on the lore lessons due to Christmas, so expect the next lore lesson either late this week or early next week. Don't forget to like, favorite and subscribe, and also give some feedback. See you next time.